At night, instead of drifting off to peaceful sleep, does your mind transform into a horror movie theater replaying scenes of anxiety about the future? In the morning, instead of waking up energized and ready to face the day, do you find yourself overwhelmed by vague fears of debt or unpaid bills? If so, you're not alone. In this video, we'll be your companions on this journey, sharing practical methods, techniques, and advice to help you untangle the knots in your mind, freeing yourself from the cycle of negativity and chronic anxiety. Together, we'll explore inspiring stories of those who've overcome their own darkness, finding light and inner strength. You'll experience simple yet surprisingly effective exercises to master your emotions, conquer fear, and cultivate a resilient mindset. We'll also delve into the science of psychology, offering insights into how your mind works, helping you identify negative thought patterns and develop positive coping mechanisms. You'll learn to listen to your inner voice, understand your deepest needs and desires, and build self-confidence and self-love. Don't let overthinking continue to hold you back, stealing your joy and peace. Let us help you open the door and step out of that dark labyrinth. Subscribe to our channel today, and let's embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. With persistence and effort, we'll find our way out together towards a life of happiness, fulfillment, and meaning. Did you know that within each of our minds lies a mischievous monkey? It may sound amusing, but it's true. Every day, our minds generate about 50,000 distinct thoughts, many of which revolve around the same subject. Imagine each thought as a tree branch, and your mind as a monkey that never stops jumping from branch to branch. The human mind is like a troop of drunken monkeys, constantly leaping, shouting, greedy, and gossiping. We all carry within us this monkey mind, and it is these monkeys that create fatigue, anxiety, and stress in our lives. Thinking, a sophisticated game of the mind, where ideas, images, and emotions dance incessantly. It is an endless dance between the past, present, and future, a continuous flow of stories, assumptions, and predictions. Sometimes this game brings us joy, creativity, and new discoveries. But at other times, it becomes a tangled maze, full of worries, fears, and obsessions. The mind, like a skilled actor, can transform into any role, creating vivid and dramatic scenarios. It can take us to the heights of happiness, but it can also plunge us into the depths of despair. The mind, when not controlled, is like a drunken monkey, continuously jumping between the branches of thoughts. It swings from the past to the future, from worry to expectation, never settling in the present. This is a common psychological state of humans, where the mind is constantly in motion, difficult to control, and easily drawn into the vortex of chaotic thoughts. The monkey mind, also known as capacita, is a term describing the restless, agitated, and chaotic state of the mind. Most of us live in this state. We are easily drawn into the whirlpool of negative thoughts. At first glance, this may seem interesting, but these continuous jumps often bring about unnecessary troubles. We get caught up in the cycle of anxieties, fears, and life pressures. What if I lose my job? Does my partner want to break up? Will I have enough money for retirement? Should I continue meditating despite my legs getting numb? What should I eat for breakfast tomorrow? This monkey is our inner critic, always lurking in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to sow negative words, causing us distraction, worry, and stress. It continuously asks what-if questions, painting the worst-case scenarios, making us doubt ourselves and the world around us. Because our inherent ability is to think, and it is also the condition that nourishes the stimulation for the monkey. When we pay attention to too many worry things at once, the past, the future, we forget what we need to do in the present. Those thoughts are like a forest with many enticing fruits for our monkey to chase after. When you start a meal, the thought of playing a game comes up, and the monkey jumps out and says, "How about we play a game while eating? It will be very fun." A Facebook thought appears and the monkey says, "No, let's check Facebook." Not stopping there, a monkey jumps onto a branch of the past and says, "Can you sit calmly and eat without thinking about the harsh words from your colleague this afternoon?" A ton of work is waiting for you tomorrow. Tomorrow, should we eat broken rice or noodle soup? Amazing! The monkey acts like a diligent assistant, always giving us great advice, opening up new ideas that we hadn't thought of. We truly need the monkey by our side throughout life. It will be very useful in this super busy life. However, the result of an untrained monkey mind is mental and physical fatigue. We will often experience days where it feels like we haven't achieved anything, with a mountain to climb tomorrow, and we still can't relax. Besides being aware of the monkey mind that constantly jumps around in your thoughts, another method to tame overthinking is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is not a distant concept, but a journey back to the present moment, an awakening and focusing on what is happening right now. There are many ways to practice mindfulness, and one of the simplest and most effective methods is to focus on your breath. This is a technique taught by spiritual masters for thousands of years, known as anapanasati, the observation of breath. When you pay attention to each breath in and out, you bring your mind back to the present moment, where there is no room for worries about the past or future. You are no longer caught in the whirlwind of endless thoughts, but simply feel life flowing through each breath. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so we can continue this journey together in discovering inner strength. Imagine your mind as a dense forest, where thoughts are like monkeys that never stop jumping from branch to branch. When you focus on your breath, you create a quiet space in the middle of that forest, where the monkeys can stop and rest. You are no longer caught up in their mischief, but can observe them from a safe distance. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by negative thoughts, stop and take 3 deep breaths. Feel the air filling your chest, bringing life and energy, and then slowly exhale, releasing tension and fatigue. Focus on the sensations of your body, on each heartbeat, on each movement of your body. In this way, you bring your mind back to the present moment, where there is peace and calm. Mindfulness not only helps you escape from overthinking, but also helps you live fully in every moment of your life. As a famous saying goes, if you are depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. But if you're at peace, you're living in the present. Let mindfulness become a trusted companion, helping you enjoy every precious moment of life. What if? These 2 short words hold immense power, capable of drowning our minds in whirlwinds of anxiety and insecurity. We ask ourselves, what if I fail? What if people don't like me? What if I don't achieve my goals? These questions keep repeating, like an endless sad song, causing us to lose faith in ourselves and our future. Our minds, which are inherently wonderful tools for creativity and problem-solving, become pessimistic prophets, painting the worst possible scenarios. We get caught in the what-if scripts, where everything falls apart, and all efforts become meaningless. But do these negative what-ifs truly reflect reality? Are we limiting ourselves by only looking at the dark side of things? Instead of dwelling on negative thoughts, try flipping the problem and asking yourself, what if everything turns out fine? What if I succeed beyond my expectations? What if I am loved and respected by everyone? Yes, life is not always rosy, but it is not always dark either. There are always unexpected possibilities and new opportunities that open up after each difficult door. Instead of focusing on the negatives, direct your attention to the positives, to the potentials and possibilities that you hold. Remember, no one is perfect, and failure is an inevitable part of life. The important thing is what we learn from our mistakes, how we get back up, and continue to move forward. Do not let fear prevent you from exploring new things, experiencing exciting adventures, and pursuing your dreams. Moreover, practicing quick decision-making not only saves you time, but also liberates you from the stagnation of overthinking. Don't let yourself get trapped in an endless cycle of analysis before every choice. Learn to set time limits for each decision, from small everyday things like choosing clothes or food, to more significant decisions in work or life. Imagine you're standing at a crossroads, each path offering its own potential and risks. Instead of lingering in indecision, give yourself a set amount of time to consider, then decisively take a step. Making quick decisions doesn't mean making thoughtless decisions, but rather focusing on the important information, listening to your intuition, and trusting yourself. By cultivating this ability, you will gradually become more confident, decisive, and ready to face any challenge. You will no longer be haunted by the fear of making mistakes or missing opportunities. Instead, you will proactively seize life and create positive changes. Remember, sometimes the best decision isn't the perfect one, but the one made at the right time. Another method is, act now. Don't let overthinking hold you back. Instead of drowning in a vortex of worry and endless analysis, cultivate the habit of taking swift action. This will not only help you avoid procrastination, but also free your mind from unnecessary negative thoughts. Whenever you have a task, set a time limit and start working on it immediately. Don't let perfection become the enemy of progress. Break down the task into smaller, manageable steps. This will help you feel less overwhelmed and avoid procrastination. While worries may still arise, focus on completing each small step. Little by little, one walks far. Be persistent with this habit, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. By acting decisively, you not only complete tasks more efficiently, but also develop self-confidence and problem-solving skills. Don't hesitate any longer. Start today and discover the power of action. Focus on the present, on what you can control, and do your best. Trust in yourself, in your abilities, and in the good things that will come. Remember, mindfulness and self-compassion are powerful tools to help you overcome difficulties and find peace within. Life is a journey full of surprises and challenges, but if we know how to face difficulties with a positive and optimistic attitude, we can turn negative what-ifs into positive ones, opening new doors and discovering new horizons. Allow your mind to soar freely like a bird released from a cage for a brief 15 or 20 minutes. In that moment, let your thoughts roam freely, dance, chat, argue, or even weep. Write down all the streams of consciousness on paper, without restraint, without editing. Write about the worries gnawing at your soul, the surging emotions about someone, the anger at the injustices you face, or the longing for loved ones who have passed. Whatever appears in your mind upon waking, let it flow naturally onto the paper. In this way, you are giving the mischievous monkey in your mind a chance to be heard and understood instead of trying to suppress it. Thoughts can change unexpectedly as you write down every praise and criticism, every fragment of emotion. This simple exercise will help soothe your soul, release inner burdens, and allow you to start a new day with a lighter, more relaxed mindset. Imagine your mind as a wild garden and writing as an effective gardening tool. When you write, you are trimming the dense bushes of thoughts, pulling out the roots of anxiety and watering the seedlings of hope. Gradually, the garden of your mind will become more beautiful and full of life. Writing is not only a way to relieve psychological stress, but also an interesting journey of self-discovery. Through writing, you can understand your thoughts, emotions, and motivations better. You can see hidden aspects of yourself that you had never noticed before. Therefore, take some time each day to allow your mind to play, to freely express itself through words. It is not only a way to relieve stress, but also a precious gift you give to yourself. After allowing your mind to soar and recording your stream of thoughts, take some time to reflect on what you have just written. Among the worries and sorrows weighing on your heart, how many of them are truly important enough to cause you to fret and ponder endlessly? To gain a more objective perspective, ask a crucial question. Will these issues still bother me in 10 years? Understand that life is impermanent, and everything changes over time. Perhaps you're currently troubled by a difficult project, a complicated relationship, or some failure, but will these things still matter to you 10 years from now? If the answer is no, then congratulations, you've realized an important truth. Not everything is worth your worry and overthinking. Problems that seem like mountains now may become insignificant and trivial when looking back from the future. Remember, time is a miraculous healer, capable of mending all wounds and fading all pain. Instead of dwelling on negative thoughts, focus on the present, on the good things happening around you. Cherish every moment, every opportunity, and live the most meaningful life possible. Because, in the end, what matters most is not what you've been through, but how you've lived and what you've left behind. Life is like a voyage on the vast ocean, where unexpected storms can arise, testing the will and determination of each person. To stand firm in the face of life's storms, we need to equip ourselves with the mindset of a seasoned sailor, a heart always looking towards the bright sunrise of hope, but also ready to face the fiercest storms. When you believe in good things, you will have the motivation to give your best, putting all your energy and passion into your work. You won't be hindered by worries and fears, but will always move forward with optimism and determination. At the same time, when you're prepared for the worst-case scenarios, you won't be haunted by worries and anxieties about the outcome. You've made contingency plans, anticipated potential risks, and are ready to face them calmly and wisely. The combination of hope and preparation will help you free your mind from negative thoughts, focus on the present, and act effectively. You won't waste time and energy on useless worries, but can focus all your strength on achieving your goals. Remember, life is full of surprises, and things don't always go as we want. But when you're prepared for all situations, you can face any challenge calmly and confidently, turning difficulties into opportunities for learning and growth. Once you've embarked on the journey of deciphering your mind, tracing the origins of your thoughts, and recognizing the moments they tend to surface most intensely, you can proactively nip negativity in the bud. You might notice a familiar pattern, a bad day, a sense of unfinished work, feelings of abandonment, disappointment over an outcome. All these can trigger a cascade of negative thoughts, making you feel progressively worse. When you realize you're being swept away by this negativity spiral, remember that these are just thoughts, not absolute truths. Constantly listening to that self-critical voice in your head won't get you anywhere. Muster the courage to interrupt that negative flow and redirect it towards positive, and encouraging thoughts. Instead of berating yourself with, "I'm so stupid, I'll never be good at anything," try telling yourself, "I've accomplished some major projects in the past, and even though this one is frustrating me a bit, I know I can come up with a solution if I put my mind to it." Remember, you have the power to control your thoughts. Don't let the negative self-talk drown you. Instead, transform it into fuel for growth and improvement. Each time a negative thought arises, gently remind yourself that it's just a thought, and you have the choice in how you respond to it. By shifting your perspective on yourself and the situation, you can break the negative cycle and create a more positive mental space where you can thrive and shine. There's a subtle yet crucial distinction between thinking about something and being aware that you're thinking about something. When someone says, "I'm not thinking about anything," they might not be truly conscious of the thoughts flitting through their mind. It's like when you're deeply engrossed in reminiscing about a past relationship or worrying about an upcoming exam, only to be jolted back to reality when someone taps you on the shoulder. Similarly, those who claim to be not thinking about anything might have underlying thoughts, vague emotions, or unformed ideas running in their subconscious. For example, you might be driving home after a stressful day at work. You're focused on maneuvering the car and observing the traffic, but your mind wanders to thoughts about the argument you had with a colleague this morning or the to-do list for tomorrow. Even though you're not actively concentrating on these thoughts, they are still silently operating in your mind, influencing your mood and emotions. Therefore, cultivating the ability to recognize and manage your thoughts is crucial. By paying close attention to what's happening in your mind, you can gain a deeper understanding of yourself, control negative thoughts, and move towards a more positive mental state. An effective method to free yourself from the cycle of overthinking is to shift your focus from the outcome to the process. When you're no longer obsessed with success or failure, your energy won't be wasted on useless worries. Instead, focus all your attention on action, on what's happening in the present. By immersing yourself in the process, you'll find peace and focus. Every step, no matter how small, becomes meaningful and valuable. You're no longer pressured by distant expectations, but simply enjoy the joy and satisfaction of doing the work. Then your mind will have no room for wandering thoughts and worries about the future. Remember, the journey is more important than the destination. It's the experiences and lessons we gather along the way that are most valuable. So let go of the burden of the outcome and focus on enjoying every moment of life. When we focus on the process, each passing day brings new and exciting discoveries. We learn from mistakes, find creative solutions, and constantly improve ourselves. Progress, no matter how small, will become a powerful source of motivation, pushing us to continue moving forward. Not only that, focusing on the process helps us build a more positive and optimistic attitude towards life. Instead of drowning in worries and fears, we find joy and excitement in each moment. We appreciate what we have, are grateful for the people around us, and deeply feel the beauty of life. Our minds, a complex labyrinth, often pull us into a vortex of continuous reflections on shortcomings, mistakes, or unfinished goals. That loop, a grinding machine of energy, leaves us exhausted and dissatisfied. Because when we focus only on the negatives, or on scenarios that have not yet happened, we inadvertently obscure the good things that are present. Seneca once summarized, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future." This teaching is like an awakening, urging us to shift our perspective from lack to abundance, from wandering thoughts to gratitude. It is a journey to realize the value of each moment, to appreciate the good things we often overlook while chasing after the ephemeral. Gratitude, like a sturdy anchor, pulls us out of the mire of our minds, bringing us back to the rich present where real life happens. To sow the seeds of this transformation, each day, take some time to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. They do not have to be grand, just genuinely from the heart. It could be the rich flavor of morning coffee, the warmth of your favorite hoodie, or a kind word from a dear friend. This small habit will gradually help you escape the vortex of overthinking, directing your mind towards the good things present. When gratitude becomes an integral part of your life, not only do you silence the noise of endless thoughts, but you also enrich your daily experiences. Gratitude acts as a magnifying lens, helping you see the positives more clearly, gradually transforming your inner dialogue from a sense of lack to a sense of abundance and fulfillment. Over time, this lens will change how you view challenges, turning them into opportunities to appreciate the good things that exist. Gratitude not only brings immediate joy, but also builds a solid foundation of contentment, helping you steadfastly navigate life's ups and downs. Our minds, like a skilled magician, often lead us into the labyrinth of overthinking when faced with inconveniences or potential changes. We continuously rehearse possible scenarios, trying to predict every outcome and prepare for the worst situations. This exhausting mental rehearsal turns the comfort zone into a prison that stifles growth, where overthinking becomes a ruthless warden. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, once summarized, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing." This statement reflects the Stoic philosophy of facing challenges rather than avoiding them. By actively experiencing inconveniences, we can train our minds to become more resilient and reduce unnecessary thoughts. You don't need grand actions. Start with small things in your daily life. Take cold showers in the morning, sleep without a pillow, or walk instead of driving. These simple actions will break daily habits, taking you out of your familiar comfort zone. Feel the new sensations that arise without judgment or evaluation. Do not see this as a punishment, but as an opportunity to prove that inconvenience is not as scary as we think. Practicing voluntary inconvenience brings a paradoxical effect. It helps us feel more comfortable with various aspects of life. By frequently stepping out of our comfort zone, we gradually become accustomed to new things. Our minds become calmer, less reactive to changes, and more focused on what we can control, our responses. This powerful change in perspective not only helps reduce overthinking, but also builds a strong inner strength that is not shaken by life's upheavals. We become stronger, more confident, and ready to face any challenges that life may bring. When caught in the whirlwind of overthinking, we often inadvertently magnify the small details of life, losing sight of the big picture. Our minds become a tangled mess of what-if questions, worries about potential events, and fears of possible failures, leaving us disoriented and unable to see the problem clearly. Under this microscopic lens, even the smallest obstacles seem huge and frightening, occupying all our mental space and energy. We get stuck in a loop of negative thoughts, unable to break free and find solutions. Philosopher Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Indeed, when we exaggerate our problems, we create unnecessary pain and invisible burdens that weigh heavily on our souls. We forget that life does not always go according to plan, and challenges and difficulties are an essential part of the growth journey. Instead of drowning in negative thoughts, try taking a step back and viewing the issue from a broader perspective. Ask yourself, is this problem really that important? Will it impact my life in the long term? By broadening our perspective, we can see the bigger picture more clearly, recognize the good things that are present, and the opportunities that await us ahead. We will no longer be haunted by minor details, but instead focus on what truly matters, the big goals and the genuine values of life. Remember that life is not a straight path, but a journey full of twists and turns, unexpected detours. Sometimes, what seems like the worst thing can open new doors, new opportunities that we never imagined. So don't let overthinking blind you. Broaden your perspective and embrace life with all its surprises and delights. And finally, remember, live as if tomorrow is your last day. A seemingly simple, familiar proverb that holds profound power, capable of awakening the true values of life, completely changing how we view the world around us, and above all, helping us discard unnecessary worries and anxieties. When we cherish each day as a priceless gift, we no longer waste time on trivial things, regrets, or petty calculations. Instead, we live a full, meaningful life, continuously striving for better things. When we realize that life is finite, we will no longer postpone our dreams and unfinished plans. We will bravely step out of our comfort zones, explore new things, pursue our burning passions, and live a life without regrets. Each passing day is an opportunity for us to learn, experience, and grow. We will cherish every moment with our loved ones, spend time doing what we love, and enjoy the simple pleasures of life. By focusing on the present and savoring each moment, we will have no room for worries and sorrows about the future. When we live with the mindset that tomorrow may never come, we realize that life is not just a long series of days, but a collection of precious moments, memorable experiences, and profound lessons. We will be grateful for what we have, from the smallest things like a stranger's smile or a warm ray of sunshine, to the larger things like the love of family and friends and the achievements we have accomplished. We will no longer compare ourselves to others, but focus on personal development and living a meaningful life in our own unique way. Gratitude will help us dispel worries and insecurities, replacing them with happiness and inner peace. Living as if tomorrow is the last day doesn't mean living recklessly or irresponsibly. On the contrary, it means living fully, leaving nothing unfinished or regrettable. We will work with all our might, give our best effort, and continually strive to achieve our set goals. We will face difficulties and challenges with optimism and resilience, turning them into opportunities to learn and grow. When we no longer fear failure, we will dare to take risks, challenge ourselves, and explore the potential hidden deep within us. When we live with the mindset that each day is a gift, we will be more grateful to the people around us, those who have accompanied and helped us along life's journey. We will take the time to show love, care, and gratitude to them, letting them know how important they are to us. We will also open our hearts to share and help those less fortunate, spreading love and joy to everyone around. When we love and are loved, we will find life meaningful and worth living, and the worries of daily life will gradually fade away. Live as if tomorrow is the last day, so that each day that passes is a day worth living, a day to love, learn, and grow. Let each day be a new page in your journal, recording beautiful memories, valuable lessons, and proud achievements. Live a life that is not only worth living, but also memorable, so that when you look back, you can be proud of what you have accomplished and the values you have created. Life is a short and unpredictable journey, therefore cherish every moment, live fully, and love wholeheartedly. Let each day that passes be a memorable one, a day to live fully and meaningfully. Because life is a priceless gift, and we only have one chance to live it to the fullest, without leaving room for worries and sorrows. Our journey of self-discovery and mastering our minds has come to an end, but this is just the beginning of positive changes in your life. Remember, you're not alone on this path. We are companions, walking together through challenges towards a brighter future. Let the principles and exercises we've shared be your guiding light. Every small step, every positive action, whether it's a shift in thought or a change in habit, contributes to a bigger picture, a better version of yourself. Don't be afraid to experiment. Don't fear failure, for those experiences are the precious building blocks of success. You have the power to choose how you respond to the world and the thoughts within your mind. Choose positivity, choose peace, and choose happiness. You deserve a fulfilling life where you confidently master yourself and shine in your own unique way. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Keep following our channel for more knowledge and inspiration. And always remember, the journey of self-improvement is a continuous one, but every step you take is meaningful. We wish you success and happiness on the path ahead.